for like 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I'll
And
talk
we're
my
live
as soon.
to the Dave's Had Enough Christmas special.
Oh my God, Christmas already!
That's a Christmas special tonight here on Dave's Had Enough channel.
Oh great! Here we go.
Yeah, I haven't done a podcast in a good while.
I can't even open my door. There we go.
So tonight, I guess will be about. I guess we'll talk about some of the Nintendo Switch rumors and whatever else comes to mind.
Okay.
Oh, what? I'm gonna introduce Miss RXL, Mrs. RXL.
Yes. Hello, guys.
Thank you for joining. The
You're
old
welcome.
Dirty 33.
Yo, what's going on, people? What's up, Dave?
Thank you for joining, buddy. King Grimpachi.
Yo, what's up?
Thank you for joining. And Frozen Magma.
Thanks for the invite.
Anytime. I guess there's been a lot more like Nintendo Switch rumors going on, and I think, like I told Dirty earlier, you know, this close to their presentation, what is it going to be like a Nintendo Direct? What they do to show off the Switch?
It's gonna be a live show.
But is it going to be a Direct or is it just a presentation?
Presentation, I think.
Oh, it's going to be a presentation
in Tokyo.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think, Mrs. RXL, about the Switch? Do you think it's going to be more powerful or less powerful? Because there's a lot of rumors that are saying it's going to be not powerful at all.
It's going to be less powerful. It's going to be less powerful. Get out of there, Cheeto.
Now, then you're going to think it's going to be less powerful than like the current PS4, Xbox One, or the Pro and the Scorpio? Like, which one are not even as powerful as any of them?
It's going not be even powerful as any of them.
Oh,
from what I've heard.
Not good.
Yeah, it's not good at all.
See, there's rumors that say like different things, meaning like some of them I heard it's as powerful, more I'm hearing less powerful. The one thing that makes no sense to me, like me and Dirty were talking earlier before the podcast, why would they go and make a console that's less powerful, like a little bit more powerful than the Wii U? What would be the point? Anybody?
The Nintendo Switch can't even run Facebook. It's a piece of trash.
What about Dirty? What would that whole thing like? Meaning, why would they do that if that was the case?
I don't think that's the case. I mean, it wouldn't make sense to make a new console that's, you know, barely powerful than the Wii U, and we already see that the Wii U has failed with no third-party support. So why would you repeat the same thing?
Yes, that is true. It wouldn't make sense to repeat another sunken ship. But it's Nintendo at the end of the day, you know. I don't know. I mean, you just never know with that company anymore. I mean, you would think they would learn their lesson from the Wii U, but I mean, a lot of these rumors are saying that it's going to probably be less powerful. And then I'm seeing a lot of these rumors have been recycled over and over. Would you agree, Grimpachi?
The rumors.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part, I've been hearing the same thing over and over about its power and its teraflops and whatnot. I mean, I personally don't care about its power. The only problem I had with the Wii U was the droughts. As long as the Switch don't
not
droughts,
the Wii U, the Switch.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant to say. That's all I've been hearing is about is the specs of the Switch. I haven't heard anything about games. I've just been hearing people talk about what they think the specs are going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like I said, I don't really. As long as they don't have droughts, that was my only issue with the Wii U. I don't care. Just don't have droughts.
Now, see, the thing with the Switch, the reason we're talking about this, when it, you know, if you look at the PS4 Pro and any other console, when it came about this close to release, a lot of the rumors are usually true on its, you know, specs. That's what I'm saying. Like, is that going to be the case for the Nintendo Switch? I mean,
well, I can't say that because at least with PlayStation, the rumors were consistent. Like, I'm hearing, you know, 1 minute is 1 teraflop, 2 teraflop, Dr. Trey just said they do 8K resolution. I don't know what the fuck the Switch does at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like they're all over the place. So like PS4 Pro though, or before we called it Pro, the Neo, it was kind of consistent and it really never changed. So I don't know about the Switch. Could be true. Rumors could be way off. Don't know.
Mm-hmm. And this presentation too. When is it? January.
I think the 7th.
13th.
January 13th.
I think somewhere around there.
The 12th.
When does it come out? Or is it out already?
March. I think it's going to be. I'm pretty sure in March.
Okay.
But I guess January. You said what'd you say? Frozen January 7th.
It's 12th.
January 12th.
I think so.
Yeah, it's just the thing is I've heard a lot of the rumors repeat over and over and over. And the thing that I'm just saying, like with it being this close, usually the specs that come out sometimes are true. Now another thing, yeah, Digital Foundry did a video that got everybody going. Now the Digital Foundry, I just want to know first, did they get a hold of a Switch or are they just going based on? What are they going based on? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I didn't see that video, so I don't know. But as far as I know, nobody other than select few have messed with the Switch. So,
well, that's what I'm
unless
saying.
they were to select few, I don't know.
The Digital Foundry video, they were like really going in on certain things about it. Like they say when it detaches, from the hub or whatever you want to call it, it gets like less powerful. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out where did they come up with all this information? How could they,
I think
Well,
it
I
would be still
guess if
powerful.
It'll be good handheld. That's what it's for.
Oh, so it's supposed to be just for a handheld now?
I'm looking at it like that. I got a PS4 now, so.
Oh, Frozen! Don't tell me that shit. People are gonna be thinking this right now. So you mean to tell me now people are gonna be like, well, I got a PS4, I got Xbox One, I just need a handheld. Well, what about their home console market?
I cut it off. So it don't
What
matter.
home console market? Their home console market faded like after the Wii U. Like there's nothing really there.
No, the Switch is home console.
That's what I'm saying. Like, don't they? They're so in other words, what Frozen's telling me right now, he's okay with this just being like another handheld and not really replacing the Wii U.
I mean, I guess that's his perception of it. But I mean, I think Nintendo said it is their home console.
So,
Yeah, it's a home console. It's just a home console you can take on the go.
well, what I'm trying to get at though is, how people with the Wii U, they felt this way. They're like, well, I got a PS4, I got an Xbox One. The Wii U, I don't need another one of those. The Wii U could be for my Nintendo exclusive. So you're looking at it, Frozen, as just another handheld. You don't even care if it's good in the home console market. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm pretty much looking at it just for exclusives. I know it's mostly going to be a niche device with a lot of Japanese games and Nintendo games. That's from what I understand. It's not going to have your big multi-plats, your Divisions, your Destinies. That's not going to be on there. And if you're expecting that, I don't think you're going to get it. If you're expecting those games to be on there, it'll be a good thing to have, but it's not going to look as good.
So you think Frozen this could replace the 3DS?
3DS doesn't have much longer to go. Eventually, they're going to cut it off.
Okay.
That's interesting.
But they should be marketing it as a handheld. That's just my opinion. They shouldn't just be calling it a console, even though they are. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the only thing with the whole thing is that they're gonna in other words, the way you're thinking, I'm not saying it's wrong or anything, but you're saying if it fails in the home console market, at least it can take up as a handheld.
Well, look at Super Mario Run. I know that's different, but look at how successful that is.
The only thing that I don't understand here is you got the PS Vita. That was the first one to actually do, a console gaming in your hand, and that did. Let's be honest here. It did shitty. It didn't do good.
Well, that's not true, but it didn't.
Vita?
Well, the Vita wasn't the first to do what you just said. To have console.
What was?
Really, the PSP. was. But the PSP was successful. The only reason why Sony didn't make money off the PSP
did not do the graphics of the Vita.
No, it didn't, because the graphics of the Vita didn't exist at all at that time.
Yeah, but the whole idea behind the PS Vita was that was supposed to be like a home console gaming in your hand.
It was the same thing with the PSP. The PSP was a PS2.
I don't remember the PSP being
the PSP
like that.
was
like
marketed.
Well, you couldn't get up to your PS3.
That was their handheld, but that wasn't like to the graphical level.
No. What I'm saying is the PSP was marketed.
I get what you're saying, but
the PS2 in the palm of your hand, and it did have PS2 level.
Oh, so it was like PS2 in the palm.
You had Grand Theft Auto, like full Grand Theft Auto games on PSP. I'm not talking like top down. I'm talking about full. You know how San Andreas, Vice City looked. That was on the PSP.
But the problem with the PSP, the loading times were ridiculous.
Mine weren't. I don't know about.
I had one day one.
The failure of the PSP came in the fact it didn't fail in the sense it didn't make money. It didn't make money for Sony because people were stealing games. That's what messed them up. But the hardware sales were fine.
Well, let's say you're right on this. It's not still my point of the whole thing. Point of the whole thing is the Vita was a console gaming experience in your hands, and it didn't work. And neither did the PSP. The PSP didn't work either. It failed. Wasn't the best.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know what you're saying, because a lot of people say that, like, it's not the console, because to be fair, Nintendo's been doing that forever. If you look at, like, especially when Nintendo ports, if you had a Game Boy Advance, Nintendo ported tons of Super Nintendo games on the Game Boy Advance. Those were very successful, but those were console games at the time. Those games took long times to beat. Final Fantasy games, stuff like that, took hours upon hours, days to beat, but no one complained. It's not that's I think that's really like a myth or something that people just say. No one wants to play a console game in the palm of your hand, because they've been doing it for years and loving it. The PS Vita fell for other reasons. The Vita came out very expensive, like $300. The memory cards are still expensive, and there wasn't that many games for it. Really, there still isn't that many games that a lot of people just want to play.
Yeah, it's just mainly like a JRPG device, really. That's really
and even that's fading away, because at this point it's just visual novels. That's all I see coming to the damn thing, and a lot of people don't play those.
The thing is, though, a lot of console gamers don't like handhelds. There is a lot of there's a majority of them that don't, that I know and that I've seen from life. Can you agree with that, Dirty, on that one?
Yeah, I could definitely agree. You have the guys that just, like they console gaming, and
I'm not down in handhelds at all or nothing like that. There's just people that just do not care for handheld gaming if they game on console. That's why they game on consoles. And, it's just, there's like those two crowds are like different, because I know people that just play on their fucking handhelds and that's it. They don't even care about consoles at all. Like, they don't give a shit. So the thing, like I'm seeing, if that is the case, what this thing might do, are they just going to cancel out their home console department? Like, you just say, it is what it is.
I mean, from my understanding, Nintendo's supposed to be merging them. So it's like what was supposed to be on their home console and what's supposed to be on their handheld is going to be on one device.
Yeah, so that way there won't be like as many droughts.
Oh, and I'm not saying that don't make sense. That definitely makes sense if they don't have third party, because they have to do something to make up for the lost time of no games. Because we've seen this generation, to be fair, we've seen what happened to the Wii U with them just supporting it, and it didn't work. I mean, it really didn't.
A third party is with a handheld though. It just wasn't with the Wii U.
Yeah, well, it's what third parties with whoever sells a unit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they sell units, they're with them. It's just it's the matter of units sold. Like, if there's only 10 million sold, they're not with you. But if you're selling like 50 of them, 50 million, yeah, they're with you. I'm not saying 50 million has to be the number off the rip. I'm just saying, like, the reason they're with the 3DS is because it sold a lot of units. That's the thing about the Wii U. It could have had third party, but there wasn't enough support there, not enough people on board for them to bother with it. That's how they look at that. And that's the big thing with, the Switch could come out underpowered. As long as that shit sells, they'll be there. And it makes sense as a developer standpoint. Okay, I'm not going to develop for something that don't have a fan base. That's just the way it is, and that makes sense. But I think the Wii U, the one thing about the Wii U it was even from the get go, it wasn't supported correctly. You know, like they didn't. I bought third party on it and everything, but I'm just saying like they didn't give that fair treatment. It was like they release a game, whether it's late, it doesn't have the DLC, it doesn't have this feature. It was always like crippled somehow, like whatever game came out for it. Even the Need for Speed, where they went all out on that son of a bitch, it was 6 months late, or later than that, for their version of the Need for Speed for the Wii U. It was a great game, but it was late, so that was where they crippled it. They crippled all their third party. You had some third party that came out in time, but by the time they started doing that, or the ones that they did with that, they left a bad taste in people's mouth where they didn't want to fucking bother with it. So. Yeah, so I just want to discuss a little bit with the Switch because it is, I haven't talked about it on this channel like that much at all lately, and there's been the whole Jimmy Kimmel thing that I didn't get to discuss. Did any of you see the Jimmy Kimmel thing?
Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah.
I actually saw it live. Well, I started the end part of it. I caught the end of it, but then I watched the rest of it. I watched the rewatch on YouTube. Did any of you feel like Reggie wasn't letting him like really touch the controller till like a certain part, like he's kind of standoffish?
I didn't see it, so I can't comment.
I feel like maybe he wanted him to show the crowd about what it could do. Everybody knows probably from watching the commercial you can play with a controller, but he wanted Jimmy to show everyone, look, he can take it out and he can move it around, and look, it actually works. Because that commercial, it wasn't real gameplay. So I guess that's what they wanted to show, like that that he's playing Zelda and he unhooked it and then he started playing it with the little controllers.
No, well, that was the first time ever it was shown, showcased. That's what was really cool about that whole thing right there. They actually showed you too the controller that you're gonna get with the console. How it's gonna be when it's when the actual device is hooked into its, I guess you'd say, hub or whatever you want to call it. Like you have this other bar that slides in there and that's your controller. Do you guys think that would be comfortable or?
Like I said, I didn't see it, so I
gotta try it out. I don't know. It might be.
How did you not see the Jimmy Kimmel thing?
I didn't watch it.
You're always on the internet. You didn't see it. It was like all over the internet when they did that. Because that was like the first time they showed the Switch. I guess your interest is ain't much for the Switch then.
No, I'm not always on the internet, but I saw people talking about it, but I never watched it.
Oh, well, I mean, it is what's up, Super Mario, well, he changed your name a little bit, Mario Pokey Nerd now. It's not Super Mario Pokey Nerd no more?
No.
You retired that?
Huh?
You retired that name?
Yeah. Well, the Super Mario Pokey Nerd, it's my name channel, but when I go on Hangouts, it automatically goes to a Mario Pokey Nerd account.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you have 2 accounts, right?
Yeah, 2 accounts.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, welcome to the podcast, Mario Pokey Nerd.
Thanks.
How's it going, buddy?
Good.
We were talking about the Nintendo Switch. We're talking about, just some of the rumors that they were talking about if they may be true this close to release. And we were talking about the whole Jimmy Kimmel thing with the Switch. Did you see any of that?
No, I didn't.
Man, I'm not even that deep into Nintendo no more. And I'm the one that fucking seen it.
I just didn't expected Nintendo Switch to appear on these celebrity shows,
Well, they what they first showed off was Mario Run, and that's what they were doing. And then, like towards the end of the after he showed like a little bit of the Mario Run, what's those damn things called, Mario, with the little question marks and the things you jump on? What do they call them things?
Question mark box.
Yeah, what's that? One of the question mark boxes, they actually lifted it, and there was a Switch. So it was the first time showcased on TV, and they showed off Zelda like running actually on the Switch.
Wait,
I thought it was cool. I mean,
Yeah, it was.
I thought it was a different person.
no, it was, they had Miyamoto in the audience. They had Reggie Fils-Aimé with Jimmy Kimmel, like letting him play the Mario Run, and then he did the Switch. They had the surprise, they surprised him with the Switch.
Wait, I thought it was a different last name.
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon, yeah, that's the one I saw.
Okay, so you saw Jimmy. That's what did I say somebody else?
No, I totally saw it. I
I'm pretty sure I said Jimmy Fallon. Well, what do you think of that you've seen it?
It's pretty cool. I really can't wait to get Super Mario Run, but with the Zelda Switch situation, I just gotta say, I'm ready to get the game. No more trailers.
No, you're sick of seeing. Yeah, they did. Now they have showed this game for a good while now. I will say that. And to be fair, this game was promised pretty. I mean, I guess I could. Maybe I'm saying it wrong, but I thought it was promised to the Wii U. So now it's not
coming to the Wii U.
It's still coming to the Wii U.
Wasn't that game like kind of promised to people on the Wii U or no?
Well, I mean, yeah, that was the case. It was coming to the Wii U. Then we heard about the NX, and they said they was going to port it over to the NX. So I mean, it's still coming to both.
No, it's not coming to the Wii U no more. That's what I heard.
Well, I heard that's a rumor.
It's just a rumor.
Oh, it's a rumor, so it's not confirmed.
No, it better not be confirmed.
No, there was somebody just wanted clicks on their website.
Okay, see, I thought it was confirmed that it wasn't coming to the Wii U because it seemed pretty serious when I was listening to the video. That's one thing I don't like about the whole YouTube thing, like with the gaming, and just anything else too. It's not just gaming, but it happens a lot in the gaming. They're wanting clicks so bad now on IGN and GameSpot and all these different places. They're willing to like stretch a rumor as fact or make it, look like fact. A real good job of making it look like it's an actual fact. And I don't like that. They never used to poll shit like that too much. It used to just be like straight up, this is the news. You never seen rumors get thrown around like you do now. Rumors are huge.
Yeah, that's why I said social media just fucks up everything because it's like you're never surprised with anything now.
No, they never surprise you no more.
Like the PlayStation experience, you have people, oh, they're going to be showing this. Like, let us be surprised. You know what I'm saying? Like before internet and social media, let us be surprised when we actually, watch the show. That's what we tune in for, is to be surprised. Half of the time you don't even want to watch it because you already know what's going to be unveiled. Except for maybe one or two surprises, and then those surprises ain't even big surprises. It's like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Well, it's like The Walking Dead. They told you the whole cliffhanger. Like that whole episode was already leaked out. Now, I'm just using that as an example, and that's the same thing with the gaming. Like they'll do shit like that. Like we know these shows before they air them. These press conferences, we know 99% of the stuff they're usually gonna show. Like the day of, like hours before, or 24 hours, 48 hours, you get a good chance of knowing. You have a good idea of what's going to be shown, and it's not like the excitement's just not there. It's like we got to get this story, and we got to get the news first, and we got to ruin everything, So that's one thing the internet really takes away from the experience of a lot of stuff.
Agreed.
But yeah, Jimmy Kimmel, I didn't get to talk about that. I just thought, in my own opinion about the whole thing, I think like Reggie, I understand what Frozen's saying, like he wanted to show off the experience, how it'd come to your hand to the controller, but it was like he was really like, holding, he was like, he didn't want to, you could see Jimmy like asking like, hey, I want to play. He's like all excited. And it was, I don't know, it just seemed very contained to me, but maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong.
I know what you're saying because, he did say, oh, I want to play. But what Reggie was, to me, what it looked like, what Reggie was trying to do, Reggie was trying to put him into this is the area you're going to walk in, because it's nothing but a large open world, and if he's not, and it's just a demo, it ain't even a full game. So if he's not walking in the direction where the enemies are, so we can see him and him destroy him or attack them, then he's just going to be walking around. You know what I'm saying? So it was like he was pointing him, putting him in, Link in the direction to go this way. When I hand you the controller, just follow, just go this way of what, I got Link walking to, instead of turning Link around and walking past a bush and, and there's nothing but open land and no enemies. So I think that's what, Reggie was trying to do. He was trying to get him into, okay, because Reggie already know the game. He's like, okay, if I go over this little steep, there's enemies right there. So let me get him to this point. So when I pass him the controller, all he got to do is just hit forward and he'll start seeing enemies.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. One thing I want to see, I'd like to see with Zelda, since they told us this so many times with the new Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, I want to see demonstrated, before it comes out would be cool. It'd be even cooler to actually play the game and have it happen. But, I mean, I'm sure they could show this to us. Just show us, give us an idea of, like, how they say you can go wherever you want? Show us how it can go wherever you want. Take us on a journey to the fucking mountain over in the corner. I just want to see I want to see somewhat of a journey going that way and what it would be like. That'd be kind of cool. Would you guys not think so? Or
yeah, I mean, what
I'm talking about? Like where they say you can go anywhere. Well, give us a demonstration of how I can go up on fucking that birdhouse over there. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him go up a mountain or something, like something we see from a distance, just to see what it's like. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just.
It's so secretive about,
I know they're very secretive. I mean, let's ask your guys' opinion about that. Do you think it's going to be like that? Like how I just said it, like I can see the fucking cliff over there and I'm just going to go up on that cliff that far away? Do you think it's going to be like that, or is there going to be some catch to it?
Yeah, I think it's going to be like that. I mean, that's what Reggie and I forgot the guy's name that created the game. He was saying that.
Anuma, I think his name is.
Yeah, I think that's his name. Anuma.
That's pretty impressive for Nintendo to do something like that. You know that, right? Like just they're I think, just wherever you see you can go. Like that's I wonder how it's gonna be. Like I don't know. I'm with Pokey Nerd on this whole thing. I want to see the game. I'm tired of seeing trailer after I want to see. I'm ready to see the game. We've waited a long time for this game now. How long has it been?
3 years almost.
3 years, I think it's time. I mean, I think that's just my opinion. What else about the Switch? What else has been going on the Switch? So anything else you guys want to talk about with the Switch?
I mean, it's just been a bunch of rumors. I don't know anything confirmed. I mean,
Did you see that new game that's running on Unreal Engine 4? It's called like Stories of Heaven.
Nope.
Yeah.
Is it for the Switch or?
Yeah, it's an indie game. It has like a boy and his dog, and he's like running around.
I didn't see it. See, I have not. The reason I have not done a lot of podcasts, well, one reason of many. I haven't been keeping up with gaming news lately. I just haven't cared for it. I went through my phase where I'd always be like that, and now it's just like there's so many rumors, there's so many bullshit, videos out there. It's like you don't even know what to fucking believe anymore. And it ain't just with the Switch. I mean, I'm talking about a lot of shit. I mean, it's like I watch a video like we were talking just a little bit ago about the Breath of the Wild Zelda being not going on the Wii U. Like I watched that video, I thought it was fucking not going to the Wii U. See, I don't know. I mean, you don't know what people are just saying shit just to say shit.
Yeah, that's why I don't care from Nintendo mouth that it's going to be canceled. I don't believe nothing nobody say because everybody.
I put it in the chat. It's a new game running on Unreal Engine 4 on the Switch. It's an indie game.
Oh, okay.
Is that the one with the boy that I think they say has autism or something?
Yeah, a boy with autism.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah, and he has a dog with him or something like that. I'm surprised they let that out. Like I thought they would save that for January.
Who is they?
Any Arts Production, presents.
Oh yeah. So how do you guys react if the Switch was weaker than the Xbox One?
I don't think it would really matter.
But why wouldn't it really matter? I just want to know what would be the point of doing the Switch then? That's what makes no sense. Like, let's just say we know there's a good chance it could not be. You know, we don't know what it is for sure. But say they did just make something a little bit more powerful than Wii U. Like, what would be the point of that?
Well, that's what the PS4 and Xbox One are. They're not massively more powerful than the Wii U. They're just a little bit more powerful than the Wii U.
You mean the
But
system?
Grimbachi, this is what I'm saying. I'll give you the reason why. I'll tell you. The reason why the PS4, the Xbox One are out, then you got a successor, the PS4 Pro. So why would you bring something less powerful than the competition when you have the upper hand to do something more powerful?
Because Nintendo is not focusing on bringing out a bunch of power.
Yeah, they know they can't compete. They said that.
I don't think that they can't compete like they don't have the money to do it. I think they realize it's dumb. Doesn't make any sense.
Well, I have a question too. What was the problem with the Wii U then? If the power's not the issue, if power's not the answer.
The Wii U didn't have enough support.
The droughts and like it was too hard to develop for.
And then on top, but to be honest though, from Nintendo's standpoint, they didn't make any. They did make money. They didn't meet sales projections because they were expecting to sell like the Wii. If they never did that, their investors would have thought it was fine. They were trying to sell it like it was a Wii. That's really why it's considered a failure because the sales projections.
So you're saying they just want to do a redo, like it don't matter about the power, like because when we look at Sony,
the Switch, what the Switch is basically, because it's funny, the Switch is really when the Wii U came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people who bought it assumed that you could just take that pad on the go. Now Nintendo never said you could, and they never advertised that you could do that, but that's what they thought. And it's funny how Nintendo now pretty much has made a Wii U that you can take with you.
Mm-hmm.
And it really, to be honest, I mean, like I just saw like they never. I don't know if this is true or not because I don't think they ever officially announced the specs of the Wii U. But the Wii U had like 700 gigaflops. Now it has like 1 teraflop. The Xbox One has 1.1 teraflops. You understand? Like the difference. If the Xbox One can run a game, the Switch should run a game. You get what I'm saying? So the Switch in the power department shouldn't be. There should be no reason power wise why a game cannot run on the Switch. Now a game not coming to the Switch because nobody's going to buy it. That's a different story. You know, that's what I was saying. The power don't really matter, to be honest.
Well, this is where the power does matter. I'm just saying, in my opinion, when you're coming into a generation that's built on power, where everybody, I'm not saying you, Grim, I'm just saying a majority of people want powerful consoles for some reason. I'm not saying us in this podcast, but I'm saying there is a majority out there that wants this powerful machine. You know, we've seen it with Sony. We're seeing it with Microsoft. How do you compete with that with a less powerful machine?
Well, other than people like us that really follow this stuff, I don't think the average person and the average people are the people that buy the games and buy the systems more than us. I don't think they care about power.
So
they don't even understand.
Generation don't care about power.
They don't even probably. If you sit here and told them that one system was more powerful than the other, they wouldn't understand. They don't care about that stuff.
Oh, they don't?
I don't know. The average person, no.
Why'd they make a PS4 Pro and a Scorpio?
That's for people that's in the 4K, and right now the market is so small. That's actually for the enthusiasts, really.
No.
The average person doesn't.
Why is Microsoft coming out with these commercials? A monster of
because of course
the gamers that wanted it.
Because of course they want more people to buy it, but I'm talking about the market right now. The people who buy 4K. It is not the mass majority. It's a very small group of people that buy 4K content.
Well, why did people choose the PS4 over the Xbox One, the original?
Because of all the bad business practices. It really had nothing. Really, let's just say the Xbox One, PS4, the same amount of power. Right?
Nothing to do with the 50% more power.
Compared to all the bad business practices and all, you gotta understand, for the casual consumer, when Xbox diehard gamers, Sony gamers, Nintendo gamers, PC gamers. You gotta understand, like people like us who, I don't know if you ever experienced this. If you're known as like in your circle, the guy that knows about games, right? The people that you know that don't play games like that, they ask you questions, right? Have it ever happened to you? I don't know if you're that guy, but like, I don't know if you do you play games more than the people that you know, Dave?
It It depends. I mean, it's like
Well, let's just say and use your brother. Did you play more games than your brother?
now I do, but there was times in our lives where he played more than me, and then there's times where I played more than him.
Well, let's just say you always play more than him. He asked you, well, what system to get, right? In the beginning of this generation, everybody was telling people not to buy an Xbox One because of the crap they were pulling. It had nothing to do. No one was saying it's weaker. That was
Nobody
irrelevant.
was saying it's weaker, Graham. Nobody.
No. In the beginning, that was
out there.
that was in the beginning. This is before they even came out. This is when we first knew about the DRM. They said don't buy that thing.
Yeah, but you gotta.
This is before we knew about power.
I'll give you this. In the beginning of the generation, the whole thing with the DRM was the major fuck up on their behalf. That was the major thing. But there was that issue too over the 3 years where they learned that that was 50% more powerful, and that hurt the Xbox.
It's 50. The PS4 is 50% more powerful than the Xbox One. I have yet to see.
No, it's not even that we have seen or nothing. It's just that was what was out there. What was
that's just being told. Is that what you're saying?
But that's what was selling that fucking thing too.
I'm not saying it didn't. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying I had people literally tell me, "Why'd you buy the Xbox One? It's less powerful."
Well, who told you? Who was saying that? That's what I'm saying.
People that I was online with, like just fucking randoms, just in party chat with. That I'll be in a party.
Well, they're random. What I'm saying is those people could know a lot about gaming.
But it's on YouTube too. It's on YouTube. It's not just on randoms on party chat. It's on YouTube. I always say, you know how many times I've heard that argument.
But the people on YouTube know a little bit more gaming than the average person. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Most of the people on YouTube, even the people that don't play games like that.
The argument was on YouTube too.
No, I'm not saying it wasn't. What I'm trying to explain to you is that the people who buy the consoles more than anybody else, it's not the gamers, it's not the people who follow the industry, even a little bit. It's the average person, right? And I'm saying, you're saying, well, people in the chat told me this in the party chat. Those guys could have been not casuals. You said people on YouTube said this.
Yeah, but
those people are not. Some people on YouTube are casual. Huh?
You're kind of caught here too. There's fucking casuals that have no clue about the DRM bullshit either.
I didn't say they weren't, but I was telling you when gamers and when in the beginning of the generation, like I said, when you go into GameStop, the employees were saying Microsoft is trying to do this to your system and try to take your games away. This is stuff people were screaming to the high heavens. This is all over the place. Microsoft had a big scandal with the Kinect, where they were saying the Kinect was going to be illegally watching you when you turned to go off. Like there was so much bad press for Microsoft. The power was irrelevant. People thought Microsoft was trying to invade their privacy. Now, I'm not saying that nobody. I'm not saying that nobody was doing it.
Like I told you, that was the fact. That was a factor, and so was the power was a factor.
But I never said it wasn't. That's what I'm trying to say. I never said that was not.
I'm just saying. I'm just putting my thing out there. That was a factor. I'm not saying you said it wasn't or nothing. I'm just saying I'm listening to what you're saying. But I'm just saying there was. I asked you a question. Was there nobody saying that? And I said, "Come on." You know?
It came to a point when Microsoft.
Dirty. Have you ever heard on YouTube that the Wii U is weak, the Xbox is weak, the PS4 is the almighty console? Come on.
Yeah, I heard that, but like what Grim is saying, he was saying when it first started out, it really wasn't about power. It was more of what Microsoft wanted to do with the DRM.
Oh, and I get that. I'm not saying I don't get that, but I'm saying over the 3 years, the power was a factor too.
Right. Then after it came out, then everybody was like, oh, well, I don't want it because I hear now that the PlayStation 4 is 50% more powerful than the Xbox.
What about all these fucking gigaflops that everybody's talking about? Like 6 terabytes with the Scorpio and talking and boosting that up. That's called power right there.
Yeah,
like I said, I think it was a misunderstanding, but there's nothing else to be said. I just tried to explain, but I don't think you're understanding. So
no, it's not hard to understand. You're telling me that so power is not an issue at all.
I never said. That's what I'm trying to explain today. I never said those things. What I'm trying to explain.
No, you said Dave. Hold on. I get what you're saying, Grandma. I get what you're saying. You're saying the whole DRM factor was the major thing, and I agreed with that. But power was also an issue. That's this generation. Power is a big thing. People want the most powerful console. I watched dudes going to fucking GameStop on fucking Christmas Eve asking for the Scorpio because it's the most powerful console. And then when they said it isn't out yet, they turned the fuck around and left. Like, those are just actual people. I don't fucking probably look at YouTube. Like, people are looking at these consoles like they're like PCs or something, gaming PCs.
Like now, this generation is now about power because
It's about resolution, power.
it's
You know, like
everybody
what
needs to
this
know.
has been the whole fucking game. This whole fucking generation, they've been fighting over resolution. That's a more powerful console.
And
But,
that,
what I've been saying, Dave, is what I've been saying is who is fighting over resolution? Is it the person? Is it the people who buy the games majority? The average person. The average person.
I don't know what these guys do on YouTube.
Well, that's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to say, Dave. Even the people who, like, let's just say someone does YouTube and they barely could play. There's plenty of people I know that do YouTube. They barely play games, but guess what? These people still follow the industry. They follow the industry probably way more than I do because that's what they do. They follow the industry. They know what's going on. They know the rumors. I don't know no rumors. I don't know no rumors until y'all tell me. I don't follow no rumors. I don't follow hardly any information, but these people on YouTube do. So when they're yapping about power, and that's fine if they want to do that. What I'm saying is they're not the average person. The average console gamer is really the person that goes in the store.
No, hold on, Grim. I'm not arguing with him over. I'm just giving you my opinion. He's giving you his. But I'm seeing this generation as a power trip. That's what I see it as. This whole generation.
I mean, no, I get you because when it comes to people on YouTube, people who know, yeah, they argue about power. But all I was saying is that the average person, the reason I said it's not that big, it's not that big of an argument, or not argument, it's not that big of a thing as much as we think it is, because the average person, they don't look that you hand the average person which version is, you know, they used to do these tests all the time. Which version look better, the Xbox version, PS4 version? They don't know. They as long as they flip the buttons and you can't tell which copy you playing.
They just want to play Call of Duty and 2K.
They don't care. They don't care.
Well,
Call of Duty and 2K look identical.
Is resolution and frame rate like which one's better? Would that fall under what console's more powerful enough to give the better resolution and frame rate?
Which who? Hold on. What you saying?
Like all these arguments about frame rate and resolution, would that not be a power argument? Like which console's more powerful to give the better frame rate and resolution?
Is that a power argument? Like arguing about power?
Like that would mean like, because most of these people, if their version of the game doesn't have the best resolution and best frame rate when it comes to these two consoles, that would be it looks like an argument over power. Which one can do the better performance? Right?
Dave, I know what you're talking about because I know people were telling you why you get this version on the Xbox when the PS4.
Exactly.
I know that's general fanboy stuff that just they care about.
But that's the argument with the fanboys is the power. Like that's their biggest argument is their main thing this generation has been resolution. We fight over a game that's 900p to 720p. Like
their main concern this generation, you know, it's not about games. It's about power because look how everybody is just so up in arms about
and that's what I'm trying to tell you guys with the Switch. If it comes out, that's my argument right here is like a generation based on power, like frame rates, which all has to do with the better version, which would be the more powerful console. Which that's what I'm meaning with power. I don't see how the Switch could drop with a less powerful, with some shittier version of a game and do successful. And
well, there's a potential that the Switch will perform and run better than the Xbox One for the simple fact the Xbox One still has the issue of the what's the eSRAM or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Now developers have gotten better at utilizing, but that's still kind of, let's just say that's a bottleneck for the Xbox One. Whereas the Switch, as far as I know, doesn't have anything like that. But I mean, like I said, I don't really feel the power really matters. I mean, to be fair, when it comes to the people who argue about power, they don't really care about resolution and frame rate as much as people think. Because let's just say, the Sony dual screen 1080p 60 frames per second, even though majority of the games on the PS4 are not both 1080 and 60 frames. Let a game come out on PS4 and it's 900p and it's 720p on Xbox One. Guess what? They're still happy. See, they don't really care about resolution and frame rate. They just care they got the better It's not I care about 1080p and I care about 60 frames. As long as their copy is better than, I guess, Xbox, who they think is their competition, then that's all that matters. They care about arguing and winning some mystical battle or something. That's what they really care about.
Like One White Kong says, remember NVIDIA always performs better than AMD? Like he's saying that argument.
Well, yeah, and that could help Nintendo too. I think they're using NVIDIA hardware, but someone could. I mean, to be honest, on a console, from a console standpoint, though, because most developers make sure they optimize for each console. I don't really think that's gonna matter too much. But then again, if the Switch is just like the Xbox One and PS4, where they can easily port from PC, well, most developers that work on PC prefer to work with NVIDIA, so you might see better ports.
They did say that the Switch would be the easiest one to make ports for, like the port to. That was a rumor.
Now, Resurrection says that the Switch using NVIDIA. I believe so, right? Dirty, weren't you saying that today?
Yeah, they're using the Tegra chip.
They customized one of the Integra chips, you said?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, they made a custom chip just for, like, what is it, older chip? They customized it or something?
Everybody's still thinking it's the Tegra 1 chip is just customized. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, when people think about, okay, that's an older chip from, that do last generation graphics. But, okay, then you hear what the man said, customized. So basically, it's just like you're taking your old Volkswagen and then you go and soup it up just like on Need for Speed. And guess what? It's a better model car that can handle up to what's out in 2016 and 17 and maybe outperform these cars. But that is what NVIDIA has been working with Nintendo side by side. It's a custom chip, people. That's what custom means. Custom means you go in to make the chip do more than what it used to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why people don't think on YouTube. They just hear, oh, you got a custom chip, it's going to be weaker. Did you just hear what you just said?
You know what it is? What I found really interesting, like I don't buy the newest phone all the time because I lose my phones and I'm not the best with phones. Like I have a bad habit of losing a phone. But I'll buy like a decent phone. Like I bought the iPhone 5S recently, and I looked up reviews for it first. I like the prepaid stuff. I had plans, and I don't like they raise your fucking price up and all that bullshit. But the interesting thing, I was watching a review about the iPhone 5S. That is outdated technology. That's in 2011 phones. That Apple they know their way of using it to make it run like a phone of that year, like
yeah, because most technology they do not like. This is something that people don't realize even in the PC space. AMD still to this day updates and optimizes for their old hardware. They try to get the best out of their hardware, then move on. NVIDIA doesn't really do that. NVIDIA just kind of keep dropping in GPU after GPU after GPU, and they never really tap into the potential of their graphics cards and whatnot. So that's why when people talk about power and what's in the system, it's all about, who's the one working on the system. Because let's be honest, I know a lot of PC dudes like Afterlife Battlefront, right, Dave?
Mm-hmm.
I told him, he didn't believe me. I told him that Mario Kart 8, I said power, resolution, all that stuff don't matter. I said Mario Kart 8 looks phenomenal. That's a 720p game. He didn't believe me. He was like, that's got to be 1080p. I said it's not 1080p. That's 720p native. Now the Wii U could be upscaling it, but natively it's 720p, and it is that stuff. Like Nintendo, whatever they do, I can't speak for the third party developers and how they treat their system, but I know for sure that Nintendo, when they use their hardware, they're going to make sure they use it correctly.
Yeah, well,
so
it falls under like the lazy developer or the developer that's motivated. Like, see, this is where I got kind of upset. This is my biggest upset with these new consoles. This is what I didn't like about the Pro and the Scorpio coming, and this is my biggest factor. It's like, oh, we're making these new consoles. It's going to be easier for the developer, but we don't even get to see the full potential out of the current PS4 and the current Xbox One. It's like, we like that. I like that. I'm going to say me. Let me not say we. I like to see the developers take the console and, 6 years down the road, their last year, really get the fucking full performance out of that console and make a masterpiece.
Because
I like that. You know,
they're
look
lazy
at
developers, Dave.
Huh?
Developers are lazy, man.
But that's what I'm saying. They're so fucking lazy now. They don't want to do that. They don't want to go in there and squeeze the juice out of the fucking console like they did with The Last of Us for like the PS3 and made a phenomenal looking game that could be on next generation. You know what I'm saying? Like or Grand Theft Auto 5. You know, like they don't want to do that no more. They want their job easy. We got to have this. You got to have this new console already updated so their jobs are smooth. But to me, it's like they don't want to do the work no more. That's what it looks like to me.
But see, my whole thing is, okay, you got Sony and Microsoft with 3 consoles on the shelves. So when is the Pro? When are we going to see the full potential of the Pro when it plays the regular PlayStation games? Like, when is we going to see potential and see developers squeeze, you know, the power out of the Pro?
We haven't seen them
The
do
first party games.
PS4, so you're not most likely not going to see it with the Pro because they'll have something else out in 3 years. They're not.
Why the hell would I buy a Pro then? I'm not going to see the potential.
Well, from what Sony is saying, the PS4 is still the base unit, and they develop everything for the PS4 in mind, and then the Pro is supposed to just enhance it. So I think you'll still see the PS4 get pushed. Now, will the Pro get pushed? I think the Pro is being pushed right now. I feel the Pro is just enough to do what it's doing. You get what I'm saying? It ain't all that.
Just for the first party games, like some of the major Sony games, you'll get like the options and stuff to change the frame rate and stuff.
But I don't think they're doing the most with it because we didn't see the most in other generations usually till the end. That's when you see the really good looking games. You'll see some in the beginning of the generation. That's when you start seeing like. Because that's when the developer really learns the machine they're working with. It takes time. It don't just take a year or two. They have to really get used to that machine. That's when they start really, you know, learning different things to do with it and different ways to make things look better. And I don't know. I just think they're gonna be focusing on 2 machines now, and one of them's gonna take the back seat at the end of the day.
Basically, when the Scorpion comes out, the Scorpion just to me, the Scorpion has to be a whole different next generation console because I don't see it playing what the original and the Xbox S is playing on. Because if you got a machine that's supposed to be this powerful with all these flops in it, then why is it still playing Xbox One games?
Well, that's the point of
the Xbox One games. You know, like a lot of people don't know this. This is honestly what I think the Scorpio is going to do. Right, Gears of War 4 right now on Xbox One, right? If you equate it to the PC version of the game, right? What settings you think is on Xbox One?
It's probably on medium.
No, it's all the way up. It's the only thing down is like shadows are low, and I think some of the lighting is low. So the Xbox One S, I mean the Xbox Scorpio, you know, I think what Gears 4 is 30 frames a 6 player. The Xbox Scorpio with all this power, you know what it's probably going to do? It's going to take the game, it's going to run it with the lighting up, the shadows up, maybe 4K native and maybe 60 frames per second, or 1080p and 60 frames per second. You'll probably get a choice, 4K 30, 1080p, and that will be fine because to be honest with you, man, these graphics, these games look amazing today. I don't really see, you know, I know they could go beyond this, but then we'll probably have to take sacrifice and interaction with the medium. But I don't really see, I know a lot of y'all probably don't play PC. Just bumping up resolution and turning up some anti-aliasing alone can make a game look way better. You know, I can go play Vice City right now on my PC.
That's all it's gonna be with the Scorpios. All they're doing is bumping things up.
But what I'm saying is, I know that doesn't sound that exciting, but I'm letting you know, especially for you guys that aren't used to seeing that, when you see it, you might be blown away. I don't know if you will, but I know I was when I got into PC gaming. You know, I'm coming from, you know, I remember I played BioShock Infinite on the 360, right? Which was the best console version of the game. Then I went and played it on PC. It's night and day, but it's not night and day. It's night and day because now I got all the settings turned up now. I got a 1080p native, no jagged lines because I got the anti-aliasing and all the way. I'm playing at 60 frames per second. It's buttery smooth. And that alone, just the cleaner, crisper image, the smoother gameplay alone makes the game look and feel a lot better. You know, so I think that will be good enough for most console people. You know.
Resurrection, he says, what do you all think about the Jason game? I'm getting the Jason game. I've been saying this for the longest. I'm getting a day one because I love
Some people got the beta.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not-
know. It
I'm not
kind of
into
pisses me off, but I can't get it for some reason. I don't know
Well, I
why.
heard it doesn't work. I heard it doesn't
If
work.
it came out today, I'd buy it right now. I'll go to the store and get it because I love the NES case, and that's one of my favorite games.
I'm not
For
into the high and go seek games personally.
No, it's the thing about it. What's interesting about the new Jason that's coming out, I don't know. Like, I haven't seen the new stuff, but I've been following a lot of stuff that they had like a developer meeting for that game, but you couldn't hear. It was like somebody did the recording, the audio, like inside the room, and it was like the echo was so loud you couldn't hear the crowd over the developers talking. But from what I got out of it is that somebody played the game like 80 times or something, and Jason only died once or some shit like that. I don't know. That's what I heard, and I just thought that sounded pretty cool. And so I don't know if it's like I know there's a multiplayer aspect to it. I don't know if there's gonna be a single player. I would assume so, but it looks like it's more of a multiplayer game. But it looks cool as shit. Like you can somebody could be Jason, and you can turn the radio on and open the window to fool them and hide under the bed. Like it looks cool, and all done like Camp Crystal Lake. Like one of my most anticipated games that are coming. I just don't know when they're going to drop it. I think it's next year. I don't think we're going to see it this year. But yeah, it does look cool. I want to get that Resurrection. But yeah, going back to the whole thing, it's just this generation. That's what I see from this generation. Maybe I'm seeing it wrong. I don't know. What was the difference? Like when it really came down to the PS4 and the Xbox One, at the end of the day, what was the difference of those consoles?
What you mean?
Like, what's the difference? Like, what's the difference? Like,
I mean,
why would
I feel
you think somebody would choose a PS4 over an Xbox One?
I would choose. Honestly, this is how I look at it. The PS4. If you want a more variety, you go to PS4 in the game department. If you don't care about them getting out of Xbox One, what that does, it's more of an open system. It's not a PC by any means. It's not that open, but it's a lot more open than the PlayStation 4 is. So I like both.
Feature-wise?
Yeah, feature-wise, being able to put in a hard drive that you want to put in, and you ain't got to take out the external and all that. Internal, yeah, that type of stuff. I really like that Xbox allows me to do that. I wish PlayStation did, but
Well, I have a question, Grim. Why the Slim turn things around for the Xbox?
Why the Slim turn things around for the Xbox?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was just marketing. People, the average person looked at the Slim. Like I'll put it this way, right? The Xbox 360 was selling well, regardless of the red ring of death, correct?
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people felt safer when they dropped the models that didn't red ring at all, which was like the Slim model with the crook in it. Oh, I got one of those. It looked kind of funky.
The black one?
Yeah, the black one with the little crook jig jag Z in the side of it, whatever that is, right? They felt more comfortable with that one, right? The Xbox One Fat had all the stink of E3 2013 with all the DRM, with all the still to this day, people ask, can they play used games? You know what I'm saying? Like, these are average people. When the S comes out, the average person looks at an Xbox One S like it's a totally different machine. That's how so the average person is like, oh, the Xbox One S, and then it got the 4K thing and that all that stuff, well,
I'm just saying the the HDR. Do you don't think that changed anything, or
for those people who have HDR and are interested into it, and just like the 4K, the 4K is not for this is how I put it, right? The 4K, there are average people that probably looked at this and say, oh, I can get a 4K Blu-ray player, but a lot of people that do stuff like that, they probably don't have a 4K television. You know what I'm saying? It's just
let me throw an example out. This is kind of funny. Me and One Stop one night were playing UFC on the PS4, and somebody in his chat, he was streaming. You can even ask him. I'm not bullshitting. They said to him, why are you playing UFC on the PS4 when you have a Slim? It's more powerful.
Okay.
Meaning the old PS4 we're talking, not the Pro. This was the PS4. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, people think that just because it has that in it, it's more powerful. Like
I don't know.
no,
What
but
you asking me?
I'm trying to say, like, people see it as a more powerful machine.
Well, like I said, I don't know because
I'm just blown away that you don't see nobody talking about power of this generation. It just blows my fucking mind.
Dave,
are you trolling me? Just tell me.
You're not, Dave. You're not listening because I never said what you're accusing me of saying.
No,
I never said.
I'm not saying, but you told me earlier. You said not. You said it doesn't seem like a lot of people are. You said the whole DRM thing was the.
I was talking about the average person. I kept saying it. I don't know what else way that you want me to say it. I'm not talking about people on YouTube. I'm not talking about people that watch E3.
Let's do a percentage. Let's not just say the average person. What's the percentage of the people? Give us.
I would say the majority of people who play games do not care about power, nor do they understand what power is. They don't. That is beyond them. They don't care about that stuff.
Oh. So the majority. So power wasn't an option. Why didn't the Xbox sell so good? It was because of the DRM, right?
Are we having the same conversation we had earlier?
I'm
trying to figure out.
So you're saying DRM even to the casuals? Like it was just DRM all the way. That was the biggest thing.
Dave, I'm not arguing with you. I don't know what you want me to say because I'm repeating myself. You've heard me already. I don't know what else you want me to talk about, Dave. We already talked about this.
Well, we're just sitting here having this conversation, and people are enjoying it.
Dave.
So
if you want to have this conversation again, it's going to go nowhere because I don't think you're fully listening.
All right, we won't talk about it no more. I'm trying to get in the mind of Grimpachi and see how it works. I don't understand it sometimes.
You're not even understanding what I'm saying. So even when I'm speaking clearly, I don't know what else to tell you.
Grimpachi, I'll tell you this. I'm the only one that will ask you questions like this. A lot of people think shit. Let me just put this out there. People will think what I'm thinking, but don't ask you. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're saying that people are afraid to ask me questions, but you're not.
No, I'm just saying I may look like an asshole asking you these questions, but people are wanting to ask you these too.
I'm not saying you're being an asshole by asking me the question.
I'm not just saying. I'm just trying to put it out in a nice way. Like people ask these questions, but don't want to ask you these questions.
Well, we already had a discussion. We had a discussion about this a while back. Remember, Dave?
I'm just saying. There's people too wondering the same shit I'm wondering. Just so I don't want to look like a fucking crazy person right here.
Okay.
I may look like I'm crazy asking this, but because I'm so like baffled by some of the shit you say. I'm just sorry. I have to say it that way. I'm sorry. But let's move on. Let's move on. What else can we talk about? Shit. Well, let's get into. Well, I'll save that. I want to save that for the end. Well, what are you guys doing this holiday? Did you guys get any games or? What's the big Final Fantasy? Have any of you guys played that?
Yep.
Nah.
What's the factor of that one?
I beat it. I already did a review on it and everything. It's a good game. It's not.
3 out of 10?
Nah, it's not 3 out of 10. I gave it a 7. It's because the story in the game is very the best I can explain it, Dave. You guys like watch The Walking Dead and all that stuff. I don't watch that, so. The best I can explain the story of how the story feels in Final Fantasy 15. Imagine if you watch The Walking Dead and where they are now. That's when you started to watch it, right? And you didn't go back to watch the first season to up. So you're just confused, right? This game is like that. This game, it's like a lot of the story is like not there or something. Is you just sit there and like, well, who are these people and why are they fighting and why is this happening? You don't know. They don't tell you and you'll never figure it out. That brings it down, and then graphically the game at times looks amazing, but then other times it don't look too hot. But gameplay wise, I think the gameplay is really good. I think the gameplay is really good. It's so good that games like that I'll come back to, like The Witcher 3. I love that game, but I haven't played it in a while, but I'm gonna go back to it. Final Fantasy 15, I think I'm gonna continuously just play that. You know, it's really fun to play the combat in that game.
Does it the way the combat is? Does it kind of remind you, or is it different from Xenoblade?
Yeah, it's different from Xenoblade because Xenoblade kind of plays like an MMO actually. That plays like you ever play Kingdom Hearts? It kind of plays like that, like an action RPG. It's like that.
Oh,
It's
that sounds good.
It's not exactly like Kingdom Hearts, but it's the closest thing I can say is similar to that I can think of.
So is it now they're saying this is the fastest selling, best selling, I don't know if it's the best selling, but fastest selling Final Fantasy game ever.
I don't know. You know, I'm the wrong one to ask. I don't follow sales. It could be, could not be. I don't know.
No, but I'm just saying that's what I've heard. So it must be a damn good game. Is it? Would you say it's better than most of them, or is it?
I haven't played a bad Final Fantasy. I played some where I didn't like certain aspects. I think it just falls right into the legacy of Final Fantasy. I haven't played a bad one yet, so this one's not a bad one either. So that's the best I could put it. They've all been good. The ones I played. Now, to be fair, I haven't played that many, so I'm not the best one to talk about it. But I think it's a good game.
Oh, okay. What did they change in this one that's different from the others? Is it the combat or
the combat? Most Final Fantasies are turn-based. This is not. This is an action RPG. That's the biggest difference is the combat. And well, to be fair, the story, because I've never played a Final Fantasy where the story felt like it was a bunch of bits and pieces missing. So I guess that too. But I don't that don't seem like something they did on purpose. That just seemed like, I don't know, like maybe they weren't ready to put it out and the story just jumbled up. I can't tell you, but those are the biggest differences in the story.
This Final Fantasy was like a long time in the making. This has been years they've been making this one.
Yeah, because it was first called 13 Versus or something like Versus 13, and now it's 15.
Does this stand up to The Witcher?
I would say The Witcher's better because the Witcher story is great. The graphics are great. The gameplay is great. Final Fantasy 7 is like, I'm not 7, 15. The story is whatever because it doesn't make any sense. The graphics look good at times and the gameplay is great. You know, so The Witcher, everything is great. Final Fantasy 15 got some bumps in the road, but the gameplay is really good.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I just know a lot. They said it. I believe they said it's the fast. I mean, it sold a lot of copies. I think it sold 5 million in the first week, or I think I could be wrong. I know it's something fucking crazy. Like it sold a lot. Like they said, it's doing really good. This game, Final Fantasy. So I mean, it must be like a Fallout 4 type game. You know, I mean, I'm not saying like that type of style, but I'm just saying on that level or.
Of sales, it could be. It might be. I'm not. Like I said, I don't follow.
A lot of people want this game. Like, I mean, they just love it. Like, they just like that's all I'm hearing. I just want to know if it's that good. Like, is that? The problem with me with Final Fantasy, there's so many of them, and it's like, to me, it's like they say they're all different, but to me, sometimes they look the same. I don't know. It's just
they're all different. Well, not every last one of them. They're all different in the sense like. If you play 15, you do not have to play any Final Fantasy before. It's not like any character or anything.
Not
like
new
that.
Characters.
Yeah, it's not like you got to know anybody.
Oh, okay. What about so let's get on the conversation of Dead Rising 4. I know some of you played it at least, right?
Yeah, I played it.
What's the deal with that? Is
what you going in and out? What'd you say?
Not as good. Is it the shit?
Is it good?
Yeah. Is it? What is it?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
I had fun with Dead Rising 4. I beat it already.
It wasn't good. Don't tell us the ending, but it wasn't good. It wasn't a good ending.
I like the ending. I didn't see the problem with the ending. What you know what it is, Dave? Is because I think people found out after that, like, okay, every Dead Rising had an overtime mode, and overtime mode basically continues the story, right? This game, the way it ends, this is all I say, right? The way they end the overtime mode in this game is going to be DLC, right? And they already described what the DLC is going to be about.
Mm-hmm.
The way they end the game, it hints to me that overtime mode may or may not be canon. I don't know, because the way the game ends, a lot of people are probably going to be like, "Hey, it can't end this way," and it's bullshit. They're selling me like the story of DLC. I don't, again, I think that the overtime mode may not be. It may just be some DLC that ain't got nothing to do with the main plot. It something has something to do with the main plot, but it's not canon to the main plot.
Did you like the whole Christmas theme to it? Does that fit the holidays or?
Yeah, I mean, it's really just the time, the time that the game takes place in. You got a lot of Christmas weapons and Christmas enemies that pop up, like you fight Santa Claus or whatever.
Does the game look better than the previous one, or does it run worse?
I think I say it runs a little better than 3. It doesn't look leaps and bounds better, but it does look better.
All right. Another one, The Walking Dead season 3. I'm hearing like people are saying that's not the greatest either.
Oh, I didn't play that.
I'm waiting for Game of Thrones.
Yeah, people. I think Procrastination played Walking Dead season 3, and he just said it isn't as good as the other ones. I'm gonna get it. I'm just gonna wait till the whole season comes out. I made up my mind on that one.
They gave you 2 episodes though, right?
Yeah, but I mean, every time I like, sometimes I'm in the mood to wait month to month. It gives you like, I think it was Ozzy said this. He likes that, you get it. You have something to look forward to every month. I'm like that too with a lot of stuff. Like I like that with Hitman. But then there's like games like The Walking Dead that I like so much. When I beat the episode, I want to get to the next part, and you can't. And so certain games, if I really like them, then I just might as well just wait, because The Walking Dead, Telltales, that's like their best one, I think, of any of them. Like, I think that one story-wise is awesome. The Batman was real good. I like the Batman, but it crashed on me 3 times.
It's been crashing on everybody though.
Yeah, I don't get this shit with games crashing on you. Like, is it not optimized right, or is it like?
Yep, not optimized.
Yeah, so I mean, it crashed on me like 3 times on the boss. I guess you'd consider it a boss battle, but I don't know. But it was good. The Telltale's Batman. That was the last game I finished. Trying to think. Any other game? Anybody played Dishonored 2? Did anybody ever play that one?
No, I haven't played that yet.
Nah.
I still got to beat the first one before I want to play that. I know you probably don't have to beat the first one, but I just want to go through the first one before I get that one. I want to get Dead Rising 4. I got the new thing I played last night. I played the Forza DLC, the Snow Mountain. That is fucking badass. They did a great job.
I just picked up Forza Horizon 3. I might pick that DLC. See, I don't like doing that with racers because, I kind of want to just do all the content I already have. I got a feeling if I pick up that DLC, I may never even do it. Because it's Forza Horizon is big.
They did a phenomenal job on that DLC. It really puts you in the mood of like the winter time. Like, they did an awesome job. Like, it's just kind of cool how they did that. Forza, the only thing I like about Forza the series, like, I love the Forza series of Motorsport. I like Motorsport more, but I like Horizon 2. The only thing I don't like about any of those games, they rob you in DLC. Meaning, it's like you can't just buy the expansion to get everything. You can buy the expansion to get the expansions, but then you got VIP passes. And then even if you get the car pass, you think you'll get all the cars? No. There's shit after the car passes. Like, it's like shit that's separate. Like, they rob you on that. Is a game. If you bought all DLC, you'd be fucking broke. Like, because they just keep pumping it out, and it's like you can't just buy one set price. You can buy the. It's just they get you on. Forza is crazy with fucking DLC, but it's good. I'm not saying it's bad DLC. I mean, but it's like the way I look at Forza and all the DLC I bought in the past ones. Like, I was gonna buy the car pass for the new one. And I was like, they're giving you like 300 fucking cars. Do you really need more cars? But then they put out some fucking cool cars that you want, that you see. You're like, wow, I would like that. Like, they did the Porsche expansion with the Forza Motorsport, and I love it. I got it for $5. I got it on sale, but I mean, it's just not right that you buy an expansion and you don't get, or you buy a car pass. I bought both the car passes for Forza Horizon 2 and Forza Motorsport 6, and you still got to buy cars after the fucking car pass. Like, that's crazy. Like, nuts. But yeah, any other games that you guys want to talk about?
I just picked up a bunch of games. I picked up Titanfall 2. I've been playing the multiplayer. I played a little bit of single player. I do like the interaction between the guy and the robot. It does seem like they're going to probably be a funny type of duo together. I picked up Deus Ex, but I only played the first part of the game because I never beat the last game, and I had the last game, and I said, like, the first part of Deus Ex Mankind Divided was so good. I said, you know what? I'ma just wait and beat the first game before I play that. I picked up Call of Duty. That was a Christmas game. I got Legacy Edition with COD 4 and Infinite Warfare.
Did you get on the PlayStation or Xbox?
No, Xbox. It's I like it. I like both games.
It's on every other console. I'm listening.
I said I like both games. I need to play the story mode in Infinite Warfare though. I haven't played that. I've been playing multiplayer on that.
Yeah, I love the remaster. They gave the maps for free, I believe. Now, is there only 6 maps for like? I can't remember back in the day that far, like with the DLC wise. Like, how much DLC did they make for Modern Warfare 4? Did they make?
I think it was just 2 maps they added. I don't think.
Okay, just 2. So that's why 6 is 6. Because they said they gave us all the DLC remastered. So I was like, there's only 6 maps, and I guess that was it, right?
Yeah, if COD 4 didn't have that many maps.
Okay, so it didn't have four map packs. It only had like
they had like 2 maps they get that were DLC.
Okay. So I got it. That's cool that they gave it for free. You don't have to pay for that. That's cool. That's why I was like, I would have bought the fucking season pass just to get those maps if they would have charged. So I'm so glad they did. Now the only thing I kind of want is the zombie DLC, but I don't know if it's worth buying it for that price.
Yeah, I haven't even played zombies yet. I need to test that out.
Yeah, the new zombies is pretty badass. I like zombies, but that I gotta play the main game again. I just didn't like it. When you play the remaster, you're thinking like, I don't even want to play the other Call of Duty. I mean, maybe that's why I don't like it, because I like the remaster more. But the remaster, I like the remaster. I think it's fun. Other than that, any other games?
I think that I got World of Final Fantasy, but the only thing to talk about with that is I got it for the Vita, and this is ridiculous. When I got the physical copy for the Vita, right? So I put the cartridge in my system, and I'm trying to play the game, and I don't hear any voice acting. Turns out you have to download the voice acting because it's not on the cartridge, which is stupid.
Wow.
So pretty much, if you're not online and you don't go to the PlayStation Store to download it, you won't hear voices at all. And I'm talking about English. I'm not talking about Japanese. A lot of people saying, Graham, the Japanese voice acting is DLC. And I'm like, no, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about normal English voice acting. You have to go download it separately.
Wow.
Okay. Didn't you get World of Final Fantasy Frozen?
Yeah, I beat that like what is it, like last month? I beat it. It's a great game.
How did you like it?
Oh, I like the game. I really did. You got your little turn base. It's like a I guess it's kind of like a for like the classic Final Fantasy fans that want that, that old school style. With a bit of like, a little bit of every Final Fantasy character in the game.
Now, I'll tell you one thing I'm not liking so far about World of Final Fantasy. The gameplay is fine, everything. Like they made the main guy character. They made him like he's supposed to be stupid, but it's not funny. It's just really
like they tried like too hard with him.
Yeah, they tried too hard to make him dumb. Like it's
keep it going for a second. I'll be right back. Go to the bathroom.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't like that. Like I'm not that far in the game, but I got to a scene where I'm about to call it a Pokemon. One of the Mirages called him dumb, and he said, "Well, at least I'm dumber than you," or something. I'm like, huh? Like this? It's not even funny. It's just really stupid.
It's Tetsuya Nomura. He had some involvement. He likes to make his characters like Sora.
Sora was stupid.
Well, Sora, how he acts. Sometimes he acted like weird.
Did any of y'all get the trailer for Kojima's new game? This cutscene he showed, and everybody is like up in awe about it. Like, did you understand what this trailer was about with floating babies?
Not no. I mean, I'm not even gonna try to attempt it. Like, that's why when I saw it, I said I don't have no feelings towards that because honestly, you know, it could all mean something. I'm pretty sure he's gonna make it mean something, but I just saw a bunch of weird shit that didn't make any sense, and honestly, nothing about it made me say, "Oh, I want to play this." It just made me say, "Oh, Kojima needs help, and maybe someone should put him in the hospital." That's all I got from that. So
yeah, I'm not really a fan of him. So you know, people are just going to boost him up just because it's his name and he's working on it. So people are going to give him praise no matter what.
Yeah, because I was tripping on the PlayStation experience. Everybody's like, "Yeah," I'm like, "What did I miss?" Because like this trailer made no sense.
I said everybody thinks he's 18.
now I think for the PlayStation experience, I like the Crash Bandicoot that they showed. That looked pretty good.
Yeah, that did.
Is that only on PlayStation 4? Or is that coming to other systems?
Well, I think it might be timed. That's just me. I don't know.
Exclusive.
I doubted they'll do it, but it would be nice if they just slap that on that Vita.
Well, they should. I would buy it on there too, because like, you know, I would like to play it on an handheld.
Yeah, I don't think they will though. Or at least you can, if you have a PS3, get it, but you can't just buy the Crash Bandicoot games on the Vita. I don't think you can. Last time I checked, that'd be if they just let me do that. That'd be nice. Let you play the old ones.
Yeah. Has anybody played The Last Guardian yet?
No, I haven't.
No. Is that Shadow of the Colossus?
I think it's the makers of Shadows of the Colossus and Ico or something like that.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
Yeah, I think those are the guys that created that game. Yeah.
I haven't played any of those. Well, I did play a little bit of Shadow Colossus, but I didn't really, not enough to talk about it.
Yeah, I think I got up like to the fourth monster or beast or whatever it's supposed. Well, Colossus.
Come on, Grim. Everybody said that they were talking about it on the PS2 gen. Remember?
What?
Remember how people said, "Oh, we were talking about it," when you said no one was like about it.
And again,
Nobody was talking about it.
Nobody was talking. Nobody was talking about Shadow. I used to see Shadow Colossus in the store all the time. Nobody, like all this.
Everybody's talking about GTA, man. Everybody's talking about that.
Yeah, everybody was talking about everything but that. Like people were saying like I'm not saying no, like I can't like that's something people need to understand. I'm not saying that nobody ever taught I'm not saying that. I'm saying as much as they praise and as much as they say that game was extremely popular, I'm not saying it didn't get the accolades it got at the time. I'm pretty sure it did because Okami did. The average person was not talking about Okami. Okami got great reviews out the wazoo. I know nobody was talking about that. Nobody was talking about Okami. It came out real late. You played as a damn little dog. Nobody cared about that. Not the general public. No.
Okay.
Did you see that thing I put in the chat, Dave? Is apparently God of War might be done. They might be finished or something like that.
Oh, like finished as like this is the last one.
No, like finished like the whole game can be played from beginning to end right now.
That'd be cool. Maybe it'd be ready for next You think it'll come out before next holiday?
People are saying holiday 2017.
I think it might be. I think it still might be 2018 for the simple fact that the game. All right, I don't know how long they've been working on the game, but if the game's done right, I'm not even gonna talk about my worries. But right now, because God of War is really known for its visuals, if the game works, I think they mean it works in the sense it's base code and it's base polygons. You could play the game like that. They're probably going to be spending a lot of time making this game look phenomenal because they've been known for their graphics,
trailer, the CGI, and all that.
Yeah, I think they're going to spend a lot of time making the game look really good. They could probably do that in a year, but they might take their time and really make sure the graphics look great.
People saying that this is just like a Last of Us copy.
Yeah, I understand what they're saying because it does appear to be very inspired by The Last of Us.
Why did they do that with God of War? Like God of War is like a fast hack and slash game. Like,
Well, if you look at it, if Kratos didn't show up, I wouldn't have thought it was God of War. I thought it was something else.
yeah, it's true. I mean, do you think that was their idea? Like, oh, The Last of Us does it so well as to base every game off The Last of Us?
I think that's a possibility. I was told that was something.
Well, the thing is, like, you got to put this into perspective. Like, you know how a lot of people say, oh, every game copies Call of Duty because it does well? Not anymore. This was an old statement. It's not doing great now. Not like it was. But could that be with The Last of Us? So, like, oh, The Last of Us, because they have 2 games now that look pretty damn similar to The Last of Us.
I think Sony's doing that. I don't know about other people. Sony's definitely making their games similar to, because I would even say Uncharted 4 was similar to The Last of Us.
Oh yeah, Uncharted
gameplay, but
the multiplayer was.
Well, yeah, some of the aspects came up, but I'm talking about like more of its storytelling was heavily. They were trying to. Uncharted story has always been. They had moments that were serious, but it was always kind of like a lighthearted adventure. They tried to like do all this deep crap with 4 that didn't add up. I don't know why they did all that, but.
No, I mean, it's just that if it sells, they're gonna. It's just like, you know, anything. If something sells, like they're gonna. That's what they market stuff like. They go off of other stuff, and that's a game that did very well for an exclusive. They want to capture that lightning in the bottle again. They're gonna. I mean, God of War did good, just how it was. Like, I mean, it's gonna be a little bit weird playing God of War in a new kind of way, but it does look cool. I mean. But yeah, that's all that. I just want to say this real quick. I didn't want to bring this shit up. I didn't think I'd have to. And the only reason I am is because it's like to the point where I guess I do have to say something. I don't know if I'm going to say any names. They know who they are. You know, YouTube, you get on here and you think you know certain people and you think, like, if somebody's going to troll, that's fine. I don't care with nobody trolling. That's perfectly fine. But when they do stupid shit, like go on your video and dislike it, put 52 dislikes, would you guys think that's kind of weird? Like if I was to say, okay, I'm going to go dislike Grimpachi's video. I'm going to make 52 accounts and 52 emails, and I'm going to dislike his video. Would you not think I'm a fucking weirdo?
That's creepy.
I would, but I wouldn't stop you because
no. But would that
video
kind of strange, like at all, like me to dedicate that much time just to try to like piss you off? Or
yeah, I would think it's strange.
It's a little strange. That's what I think. You know, my thing is, you know, I had an idea of who was doing it, and then I saw a video, and I was like, oh, okay. Now I don't know if they're all together with this, or it's just this guy, or he's pushed to do this. I don't know. But I'm done dealing with the bullshit, guys. I'm just going to say this on the podcast. You know, I mean, one thing that I did find out, you can dislike my videos. That's fine. All you're doing is making them more popular. But the part that does piss me off is I can do a video that can get more views than you'll ever fucking get. You know, my video get 2,000 views, and you got to go fucking ruin it. Do I go to your shitty-ass fucking channel and go dislike your shit? I'm not talking to any of you guys in here. I'm talking to the person that's doing it. And I know who's doing it. And I know who's with them and everything. I mean, that's the point. I don't care if anybody makes a video on me. Make 30,000 videos. That's fine. I look at it like this. You do a video. It's like me. Grimpachi does a video, and I just fucking take a marker through it. That's what pisses me off at the end of the day. And then these fuckers consider themselves your friend. And to me, that's not a friend at all. You know? That's just what I want to say with the whole YouTube bullshit that's going on lately with this little fucking weirdo that's following me around. I don't know if and I don't care. It's getting to the point to me where I don't give 2 shits about YouTube no more. You know, I've been like that for a while. That's why I don't do podcasts no more. None of that shit. You know, that's why I do something totally different on YouTube now. But I don't understand the whole thing of people, you know, they act like your buddy and then they're really not in the back. They'll be cool with you, and then they're not cool with you. Like, I wouldn't sit here in a podcast with somebody and act fucking cool with them, and then later on, I'm going to go make 52 troll accounts and 52 emails and go dislike their video. And then be a dumbass and, You know, to me, that's not a good troll if you're letting your secret out too. You know, I'm watching a video and I'm like, the person says in the video, oh, nobody's watching anyways. They won't notice. Is that what you think of your channel? Nobody watches it anyways? I mean, why even fucking do YouTube if nobody's gonna watch your shit? Like, and the one person that's fucking watching it is you're fucking trolling. The one guy that's supporting your fucking stupid asses, you're trolling me. Like, so that's why you guys got nobody at the end of the day. That's why your fucking channel sucks at the end of the day. That's why you'll never be shit on YouTube. Because the people that support you, you fuck over.
Oh,
fucking
I know who
Thanos,
it is.
fucking Afterlife, fucking all you motherfuckers. I'm being straight up with all of you. I don't get your fucking problem. Are you mad that I'm buddies with One Stop? Get over it. I mean, I don't understand what it is at the end of the day. I don't get it. But don't fuck with my shit because you have a man crush on another fucking man. And I'm not friends with them. Just let's be real here. What's the fucking weird obsession with One Stop? I don't want no part of it. Don't come at me, fuck up my shit because I talked to the dude and the dude's cool with me. I mean, if you're cool with me, and you go fuck my shit over, what's the point? What kind of friendship is that? I thought the shit was over with. And I mean, I don't really know if Thanos, I'm just listening to the whole thing when they're talking, and I see Thanos how he's talking, so it looks like he's in on it too. But I'm just addressing it here. I didn't want to do this, but the shit's still continuing. Still with the troll accounts. I don't understand it at the end of the day. I thought this shit was over. You know. I'm at the point where that's why I do different shit because you can't fuck with people on this game and shit. It's just it don't make any sense. You're cool with people and then they do fucking stupid shit to you and they wonder why, you know, people don't want to be fucking bothered with them. That's why I stopped going to fucking Discord. I'm not gonna talk to a bunch of fucking assholes that are just stabbing me in the back. I don't get it. Like I don't understand it. They're helping me with my computer and then they're fucking me over. You know, I don't get it. I don't. Dirty. Do you understand that?
It's basically, Dave. It's, you know, I really don't mess with too many people on YouTube. You know, when you have people that like to, you know, troll other people or, you know, hate other people, eventually you could be cool with them, but then eventually they're gonna come after you, and that's how it is because at the end of the day, you guys don't even know each other. You never met in real life. You never hung out. You just hung out in a chat room. That's it. And these people could turn on you at a drop of a dime. These motherfuckers do not know you, and that's why I don't mess with too many people on YouTube. I just go about my business.
Now hold on. Now me and you have known each other on YouTube for a good while now. I think anywhere and in this whole chat, me and you, I would say. With me and you, I've known you the longest out of anybody in this chat. And have I ever done any fucking malicious shit to you or anything the whole time I've known you?
Nah, you haven't. You know what I'm saying? And even, you know, people that you talk to on YouTube or on PlayStation, hang out. At the end of the day, it's like I don't care. I don't talk to the same people you talk to, and I don't have a problem with who you talk to. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what I'm trying to say here is I could see if I was like that to other people, but I'm trying to be as cool as fuck with these people, trying to be as nice, that's the thing. I don't look at it like, oh, I'm buddies with One Stop, I gotta hate this guy. I don't look at shit like that. I don't look at it like, oh, well, this person don't like this person, I'm not gonna watch his shit because I'm buddies with this person. I don't look at that, and I understand where you're coming from. You know, you meet people on here, they'll turn on you, drop the hat. I know if anybody in here knows this, I'm sure me and Grim know this very well. You know, that's just how it is. But I mean, you would think to a certain level, you know, somebody would have an understanding somewhere. You know, I don't get it. I never really did anything to these dudes. I don't. To me, it's just like, why go fuck my shit up? For even, I mean, I don't care if, like I said, I don't care if people make videos. I don't care. I like the videos. I like to see videos made on me. I think they're funny. I've seen some of the funniest shit done made on me. That's not the part that's bothering me. When somebody just, if they're in their mind, they go just to go fuck your shit up, just to fuck it up, that's what pisses me off. And they're supposedly your friend at the end of the day. And they got some little fucking tool doing it, or he's, and you know what I'm saying? Like, they're sending other people to go do it just so it don't look like they're doing it. You fucking do it then. And just show your fucking true colors. You know, don't get other people to do it. Don't fucking brainwash them to do it. You do it, you know, if you have such a fucking problem with me. But if I'm being cool with you, I don't understand what the whole fucking thing is. I don't get it. And that's why I don't do this shit no more. I don't really fuck with YouTube. I do the streaming and I like that. Because if I don't like what somebody's saying, I fucking block their ass and they're gone. You know, YouTube, to me, it was, I guess I looked at it different when I first came on here. After a while, you get sick of bullshit after a while. You think you're cool with these people. And most time, there is good, a lot of time you know, collaborate with people, meet people, whatever. It's fucking cool. But then you get around people that want to act like they're cool and they're really fucking not. You know, they just have some fucking little plan in the back of their mind to get at somebody or to get at you or use you to get to them or whatever. And to me, like, somebody's going to sit there and make 52 fucking troll accounts and 52 fucking emails. You are no life in fucking YouTube. Like, you need to really reevaluate your whole fucking life. Because it is a funny joke, but it's a lot of time spent for another man. You know, it's fucking weird. I made one troll account the whole time I've ever been on YouTube. And I say it again right here. I did it to fucking find out what was going on with Clown Meat that time when that shit went down. That was it. That was the only time I ever did it. And I didn't like doing it then, making the one fucking account with the email. I was like, how the fuck would somebody make 52 of them? Like, I mean, do you have a job or a fucking anything going on in your life? Like, nothing? Like, I mean, that's just a lot of, how long would it take to make 10 fucking emails? And, you know, like, come on. Like, I mean, it's just, to me, it's like, tell them, if you don't like me, tell me that. And then don't be cool with me and tell me to come in your little chats and invite me in your chats and you're not cool. I don't want people to be fucking two-faced. But I mean, I didn't want to like address this, but it got to the point now where I'm just going to address it. And this is the only time I'm addressing it because I think it's fucking stupid, in my opinion. But that's just me on that whole thing. I don't, you know, you do things with certain people and you can have some cool collaborations with people and make good podcasts and stuff. I used to love doing these podcasts, but sometimes you do these podcasts, you don't even know who the fuck the people you're doing them with, if they're waiting to stab you in the back or what. Here I am, you know, trying to fucking help people and get them on here and try to, you know, do some kind of success for them on YouTube or get them somewhere. I'm a little dude here on YouTube, but I've helped a lot of fucking people get somewhat somewhere in this little shitty community. But that's why I do the other shit now. I don't have to deal with that shit over there. But when people go on my shit and try to write stupid fucking comments like little kids, like I call them men children. That's what they are. That's all it is. A bunch of fucking kids in a classroom acting retarded. But that's all I want to say on that. I mean, it just, I got to my point where maybe that's what they wanted me just to go off in a fucking live stream. I don't know. But that's the last time I'll address it. From now on, I'll just keep blocking and blocking. Unless you want to like be a normal person and talk to me and tell me why this shit's going on. And what, is it just fun and games? Is it fun to make? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Do you stop? Are you upset about something that I do or who I talk to? I don't know. And to be honest with you guys, I really haven't talked to One Stop much at all lately. I've just been really busy. Are you mad I don't talk to you? I don't know. I haven't talked to many people here on YouTube lately. I just don't do this shit no more. And part of the reason I don't do it, I'm busy and I just don't feel like dedicating my time to fucking people that want to shank you in the fucking back. I don't really want to be bothered with it. And my movie stuff's doing a lot better than this fucking bullshit gaming shit. I mean, it's just more fun. It's actually doing shit. Like the Exorcist reviews I do, they're getting like 3,000 views, and it's fun to like actually not have assholes come on your channel and cry about stupid shit or you know, get upset with you for talking to another man on the internet. Like, come on. And I get the people that are doing it to have fun. Like, if you're doing it to, you know, make a video to troll somebody, that's fine. But there's a certain limit where you take it. It's kind of dumb. If you're considering me a friend, then you fuck your friends over, and it's just that's funny. Like, I can understand if you don't like the person or some shit like that. That's fine. But I thought this shit was over with. That's what I thought, you know, in my eyes. But whatever. Other than that, anything else you guys want to talk about?
Oh yeah, I want to say one account that the guy made looked very familiar. Like he was impersonating me, and I thought I've seen that account before. So
Yeah, I know, like Pokemon Nerd, I know who these people are that are doing it. That's the funny thing. They gave themselves away in a fucking in a live stream. It was stupid. They left the video up. But the funny thing is, like, they just, you know, it gets to a point where it's like, okay, we've been through this, we've done this, or we're doing it again. Like, you know, the last time some shit happened, I was told that this person did this nonsense to help my channel. They go fuck you over to help your channel. That's what he literally told me. He told me he was doing it to help my channel. and it's like, if I go to Grimpachi's video and I drop a bunch of dislikes, write a bunch of shitty comments from different accounts I have, and you know the person and you're supposed to be cool with the person, that looks like somebody just going and just fucking your shit up. Like, you know, that's the way I look at it. Now, if I didn't know these people or nothing to do with these people and they're doing it, and there's somebody assholes want to do it, then I don't give a fuck. But people considering themselves to be your friends, supposedly, and then go fuck you over, you know, and that's why, like, you get cool with some of these people on YouTube, and it's like a fucking waste of time, you know. And I've been down this road many times. I hear on YouTube the over 2.5 years I've been on it. You know, you think you know somebody, and then you run into some fucking weirdos. Like, strange. But it is what it is. But yeah, that's the podcast, guys. This is Dave's Christmas special. I don't know when I'll be doing another one. But like I said, the reason I don't do a lot of this stuff, I'm burnt out on it too. It's not just that shit. It's just I've been doing this podcast shit for a long time, and it got old to me. And, you know, I like doing it because people like to see, you know, do the podcast, and they ask every week, are you going to do a podcast and all this? And I like doing it for the people that like to enjoy it. But if people are just going to act like fucking retards on here, what's the point? Like, I'm not going to bother with this shit no more. I'll just do my live stuff I enjoy doing, you know, and do that. Like, I like getting on live streams and going back and forth with procrastination, because we do that without live streams, and it's just fun, and people enjoy to watch it. So, you know, I like that. But I mean, podcasts and YouTube videos, if people are just gonna act like fucking retards, what's the point? You know, it is what it is. But thank you, Frozen Magma, for joining. I appreciate it. I had to speak on this because it got to a point where it's just getting ridiculous.
Yeah, no problem. Hopefully everyone enjoys their holiday, and yeah, stay safe out there.
Thank you, buddy. I hope you have a good holidays. King Grimpachi, thank you for joining as always.
Yeah, no problem, Dave.
Appreciate it. Thank you, buddy. Pokemon Nerd, thank you for joining, buddy.
No problem. I really enjoyed this occasion.
Thank you, buddy. And the old Dirty 33, thank you, buddy.
Oh, no problem, Dave. Anytime. Just keep playing your games, people. That's all that matters. Just play games. Everybody want to see specs and shit. And then when they hear the specs, they still ain't gonna buy it.
Yeah, and Resurrection, if you want to play UFC, we can play UFC. That's fine. I always try and use a person with similar stats. Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, and I'll address this too in the podcast. I haven't done a lot of videos or nothing to do with gaming. When you guys see me in procrastination, like playing UFC. That's how we always are. It's not like me saying I'm better than him. He says the same shit to me in a message. Like, he just don't talk. He's French is his first language, so he don't speak English good. So he writes me messages just as fast as I'm saying shit almost. I see him popping up my screen. You can't see him because I'm streaming from the PS4. For some reason, I guess you guys can't see the messages. I don't know why. But some people think I'm just being like a fucking complete dickhead to him or something. It's not like that. He's saying probably worse shit to me half the time, you know. And we've been like this since UFC 1. We've been playing like this. Like, it's just, we've always done this. And I'm glad you guys enjoy it. A lot of people enjoy it and want to see that every night. And I like streaming. It's fun. It takes up time from other games, and I can't play other games. But I don't care. I mean, I like doing it. But it's not like I'm being a complete dickhead. I don't want people to think I'm like, just a fucking asshole when I play video games with multiplayer. But all right, thank you guys for watching Resurrection. I appreciate it. Jordan Dizzle, thank you, buddy. Afterlife Battlefront, Video Game Lover, One White Kong, Wolflow, Kali Chango, I think, was there. Thank all you guys, and have a great Christmas. If I don't see you, I'm sure I'll be streaming, before Christmas and probably on Christmas. But thank you guys. I appreciate it. Later, YouTube.